So this position I got on the right-hand side, I think it was there. Mm-hmm. That's where we're trying to get the club. That club's a little bit too tight. We want to try and get it sort of in line now with your spine angle, okay? So you turn that one a little bit too much, but in occasions you do go back too much the other way. And you'll find there's not like one perfect spot. There's a range in which you're going to try and swing to be, okay? Your previous swing here now on the left-hand side, you'll see as your club goes back, barely any movement at all, just wrist. So the club now is very much sort of pointing down the ground. There's a lot of right cocking of that wrist there, shrugging this right shoulder up a little bit, which is going to get very, very contorted. And then to get the club now to go, because if you turn your shoulder somewhere, the club's going over here somewhere, which you kind of realise is probably wrong. Yeah. So now the club's got to start moving up because of what your shoulder's going to do. Now your left shoulder starts dropping down and you get very sort of steep and very high. And that left arm is almost vertical. Yeah. So you'll be okay with like an 8 or a 9, maybe a 7. You get the longer clubs, you've got no chance. Yeah.
So that's what I'm finding is I can hit a 9, kind of hit an 8, get to 7 is
that's your
really
cutoff.
Falling apart.
And what would happen is if you just played golf for the next 6 months doing this, your cutoff would sort of move up the bag to maybe a 6, maybe even a 5 iron. You'd always struggle though with longer clubs. Yeah. And that's the problem. You're always going to make that issue a thing. So if we can focus on getting into that position, now do this in practice, okay? So you can see your right shoulder now sort of moving back and away. Mm-hmm. It's gone a bit further back than you wanted, but it's a better movement there, okay? If we compare that to where you were here. Now, I mean, almost looks like your head's tipping this way, okay? So this movement now is practice. Now you can put a club along your toe line and just see, can you match up that club to that by turning your torso? That was a good move. Right, okay. Went a little bit further, but the movement was generally better, okay? Yeah. And you see your chest, how much more your chest has opened up compared to this on the left-hand side there now.
I think that's the feeling I need to get is where my chest is.
This has to move, this is the engine.
I used to, the one thing that worked when I was hitting the hybrids was I had a YouTube video in my head, because of course I did. It was my chest was facing back towards like the back wall of the range.
Exactly. So
and when I swing back through there, that's when it was going really straight and really far.
Because you
I lost it along the way somewhere.
So your body has to be the engine what's moving the clubs. As you go back here now in a better spot, okay, you can see sort of your shoulders now are a little bit more on this angle as opposed to being so vertically steep down this way. So as you start swinging the top of the back, so this now is the practice. And then when we step to the golf ball, easier said than done, I get. You've got to focus on just hitting the golf ball. And we want to hopefully see now a little bit of change there with that backswing from sort of the first movement. If we can just about see it goes back. There we go. Oh, there you go. So first movement is a little bit wristy, but at least your shoulders are starting. So look at the angle there now as your hands start moving back there. Left arm parallel. The other club now is starting to shallow. That club's on a different angle to that one. When we get to the top of the backswing here now, your left arm now is more across your chest, whereas this one now it's like just vertical. You are just going to just chop. And what you've done is from this position, you've got really good at kind of releasing or figure out the club doesn't hit the ground too hard, and that's causing that ball to go way right. I would say practice this now for a week or two, what it may be. Send a video across with a better version of this backswing now you've got on the right hand side, and then probably next session we'll look at kind of the sort of release patterns through impact and how we got the club face up. So your swing can kind of function with 9-iron through the bag to driver, not be like all right with a 9 or a wedge, not great with a 7 or 8 iron, and the rest of the club's coming for a walk. Okay. So that for me is going to be more so we can get this club working shallower there. That's coming down more through your right arm. Obviously, you're not used to the club face and how it releases, so you hang back. You can see all your weight stays on the back foot there, which is, again, someone trying to send the ball left. If I'm playing cricket, I said, you're missing left, the ball's over there, the field's on the right-hand side. Where's she going to go? I'm going to swing left. On your back foot. You're not going to go forward this way and do it that way. So we've got to get that movement and how the hands and arms square the club face up.
Classic thing I was saying. Like,
but the engine has to work better.
Focus on one thing, I drop the other.
Exactly.
Dropping the follow through. Really.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to focus on that. So even on that movement there, you see the club gets a bit behind you. If there was a stick outside the club there, it's not on your left leg, is it? So if you can get alignment sticks, you can do that. If not, you can work on that.
No, that's a good shout, I think, because I've been sort of looking for little like training aids.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that feeling of it coming along my leg is quite a good one.
And I think it's from another feel you're going to try and get there now is making a good turn with your body and not hitting a wall behind you. Make sure there's nothing valuable behind you when you do that. Don't want to miss it. You just told me.
Yeah,
exactly. Garage door as well. Okay, does that make sense? So
yeah, definitely.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good